Hello and welcome to Activity Week News, a Skyline Broadcasting production presented by me, Dan Bell. Coming up in today's show, our main story is the response to the shocking statistics around the impact of social media on mental health. Residents respond to delays in play park improvements. Hear about what everyone has been up to during Activities Week. Transfer and entertainment news and a surprising gnome bears all. Ethan will give us a roundup of today's weather. First up, here's a video in which Mary made showing you what we got up to on a visit to the BBC TV Centre and to the Bulletin. Our main story today is the news that more research has shown links between social media and mental health issues for young people. Our reporter Robbie has the full story.
Social media clearly affects teenagers mentally. An anonymous source agreed to the following. Social media can lead to anxiety, cyberbullying and even suicide. On average, a teenager spends 23 days of the year on their phone. Surely if this is true, teens must be exposed to more hate than we first expected. And this is not just online. Over half of lesbian, gay and bisexual young people have experienced homophobic bullying at school. More than 16,000 young people are absent from school due to bullying. This clearly affects their ability to learn. Snapchat plays a big part in cyberbullying. In fact, because the messages only appear for 24 hours, people think they can get away with it, so it's a key figure in cyberbullying.
In local news, there's been some controversy over delays to the planned improvements to Eastwood Park in Prudhoe. Over to Lewis for more details.
Probably youngsters are set for a fun-filled summer, at least that's what they thought, when contractors said that the Eastwood Park construction would begin on the 26th of July, but they won't be starting until the 2nd of September. A number of trees have been cleared and landscapes improvements have been scheduled, but nothing has been done. What will the people be thinking?
So some more opinions, Louis, about the recent rebuild of Eastwood Park. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm quite forward with it. It's the past year I've been using Eastwood Park quite a lot, and I think it needs to be like refurbished.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a nice place to be, but it could be made a lot nicer. Like just polish things up.
So Jack, what do you think about the recent renovations of Eastwood Park?
It's alright. I think it's a great idea because it means that people can play football at a more quality thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Just enjoy themselves better.
What about the delays? The delays in building it, how do you feel about that?
I'm very angry about it. I think it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Strong words there from Jack. All week at Bruddock Community High School, all of the year groups have been taking part in many different activities. We're going over to our reporters Robbie, Ethan and Rowan to tell us more.
For the last week in Bruddock Community High School, we are doing Activities Week. Year 10 will be engaging in the world of work, and Year 9 will be doing a variety of activities.
You might have heard of all the exciting things happening outside of school, but inside of school, things are just as interesting. Unfortunately, the food students were too busy to speak to us, but we did manage to sneak a few shots of their delicious baked treats.
So Louis, what did you do for Activities Week?
Well, for Activities Week I'm doing science, and today we actually went to Newcastle University, and I was looking at it's something called an EEG, which is a machine they use to measure like brain waves and see if people are still alive or if they're brain dead. And some of my friends were saying something about like mitochondrial lab research and child development, that kind of thing. It's very interesting actually.
Sounds pretty interesting.
It was good fun, yeah.
Today I'm in the art room of Bruddock Community High School. Students here have been on a trip to art centres around Newcastle. Some people think that isn't to help their work, but some has inspired them.
So what did you do on Activities Week?
Well, so far we went to a few museums and looked at different like clays and different like types of weird and wonderful stuff there. And today we finished doing clay pieces, and it's very unique and wonderful to do.
In entertainment news, our reporter Mary has more details of a song that's taken the world by storm.
So today we found out that Despacito has over 6 billion views, and we decided to ask people at Bruddock Community High School what they think.
I've listened to Despacito quite a lot. Despacito is actually really revolutionary because it's not in English, and Spanish is the second biggest language in the world, and I think people need to know the language.
It's very interesting and unique and very tropical.
I think it's excellent. I think it's brilliant for promoting the language, and I'm really pleased that it's had so much success in the charts.
First time I heard Despacito was a few months ago. I'm not a really big Justin Bieber fan. I think he's... Despacito.
Really gets inside your head, that song. It's time for some breaking sports transfer news from Robbie.
First we head over to Tyneside as Newcastle try and sign Jonathan Vieira for £27 million. He's been named in the most consistent team of the season for last season and in the La Liga team of the season ahead of the likes of Luka Modric and also Ivan Rakitic. And now we head over to Sunderland and Middlesbrough at the same time as them two battle it out to sign Britt Assombalonga. The English forward has had a troubled spell in Nottingham Forest as they are struggling to get out of the Championship. But now both Middlesbrough and Sunderland in the Championship, they're trying to sign the proven goal scorer. Look at the world transfer news now, the top 3 signings of the season. Firstly, Man United's Romelu Lukaku for £75 million. Then we go over to Bayern Munich as they sign James Rodriguez on a strange 2-year loan deal. And finally, the veteran Wayne Rooney from Manchester United to Everton.
And now a story you may have missed. A keen local gardener has caused quite a stir after he added a very cheeky gnome to his flower bed. We decided to find out what some of you think.
And now we're joined with Louis, who's going to give his opinions on the outrage of the gnome. How do you feel about the gnome, Louis?
I think it's quite funny actually. Depending on what kind of person has it in their garden and what kind of people would take offence to that kind of thing. You know.
So are you offended by the gnome?
I think it's quite amusing actually, but like I said, depending on what kind of person.
Yeah, what about the young children walking past?
Maybe not the most appropriate things. Maybe if you're going to put in an area where there aren't many children around.
So guys, how do you feel about the recent outrage of the man with the bum-bearing gnome in his back garden?
I think that it's pretty funny and that all the people who actually care about it are actually just being they're overreacting because it's nothing, it's just a Moonian gnome.
Let us know what you think about the gnome incident in the comments.
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to follow that, so instead I'll pass you over to Ethan with today's weather.
Northumberland is going to be quite cloudy, but it's going to be a nice start to everywhere else because it's going to be nice and sunny. It's going to be very, very bright out. Mainly, it's going to be very hot as well around here with 17 16 and 19. Back to you, Dan.
Thanks, Ethan. Looks like it's going to be a great start of holidays. So thank you all for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and we'll see you back in September.